My name is Mike Aiello, and I'm the creative director for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando Resort. It wasn't laid out like an easy path. You kind of fall into things sometimes. I started here actually as a performer. I was an actor in the parks, and I actually was a performer in Halloween Horror Nights. I popped out of the washing machine like 80 times, scaring the daylights out of people in 1997, I think it was, in a house called Hotel Hell. And I liked it. It was fun, and I kind of saw a goal. Like, I thought maybe this would be something neat to kind of pursue, and so I tried to find ways to do that. Taking writing courses, taking some filmmaking courses, kind of trying to be like a jack of all trades of a lot of different things, and it's kind of worked out where I've been able to meet a lot of great people here at Universal Orlando and work with them, and eventually now be able to be on the team that helps create this event. And there's no like an easy answer to that. It really is a lot of passion and drive, and surrounding your people with skills that you may not have but you can learn from as well is really important. And it's fun too. It's good to have a gig where it's a job but also it's something you can really have fun doing and be passionate about. And I love it. It's great. The greatest accomplishment, I think, is seeing all of these ideas start from a piece of paper, starting from a blank page, and seeing many people, myself included, get involved and bring these things to life, bring these horrific things that you only see in your nightmares, hopefully only in your nightmares, to life during the event. That's the coolest thing is we literally see it from nothing and it becomes something that hundreds of thousands of guests a year are going to come through and enjoy and have a great time getting the daylight scared out of them. So that's the best accomplishment, is just seeing it actually happen from nothing. The entire event is created in a year. We actually started next year's event about 5 weeks ago, so it is a year-round project. From even before the event opens, we're already considering next year's items. And then, it starts off a very small team in the beginning where it's just a couple people around at the table, putting some ideas on a piece of paper and just kind of spitballing ideas and figuring out what do we think aesthetically, what are some characters we've never done before, what are some brands we've never had, what are some, just really creepy images that we've never really, brought to light. And it all goes on that piece of paper or an ink board. And then we start kind of narrowing down ideas, and slowly but surely the event starts to kind of form, and it's just like Frankenstein. We're literally taking parts and pieces and putting them together to create, a monster, and that monster is Halloween Horror Nights. Well, one of my favorites actually is a part of the event this year, and that's Halloween. John Carpenter's 1978 slasher film. It began the slasher genre, and it is one of my all-time favorite horror films because it's so simple. There's not a drop of blood in that movie. It's all about environment and atmosphere and tension, and the way John Carpenter uses his camera in that movie is it's amazing. And he created a very scary film without showing a whole lot. And that's one thing I like about the maze that we've created as well, is it does follow that simple tactic where it is really about what's around the corner, what's in the shadow. The scariest thing is what I can't really see just yet. And those were kind of the ideologies we placed on ourselves in creating the maze, making sure that we're holding true to that film. So when you watch that movie and then come to our maze, you're going to see a shot for shot replication. Or the cool thing about it is kids who've never seen Halloween, that maybe their first experience with it's going to be here at our event. They're going to go through the maze and go, that's based on a movie, and then go out and buy it. Or digital download it and see it for the first time. So we're kind of maybe the bridge into somebody like me. Like when I was a kid, that was one of the first horror movies I ever saw, and it it blew my mind. So I think that's cool too, that there's some teenagers that will come to the event and see this for the first time and go, this is interesting. It's something I want to maybe look into more. And maybe there's another Horror Nights creative director out there, as a teenager now, that's going to follow the same path I did. And I think that's really cool.